any real estate agent can automate the real estate process. Whether it comes to buying houses or it comes to selling houses, you can automate every step of the way. Chatbots are one of the biggest tools that you can use to make things easier for you. A lot of people make the process hard for no reason. And a lot of people spend a lot of time, or a lot of people waste a lot of time doing all the tedious stuff. So like I said, in this video, we're going to go over, how a real estate agent could use chatbot/AI to automate the process. And, whether you're generating leads, whether you're trying to sell more houses, whether you're trying to close more deals, whether you're just trying to get more appointments, whatever it is that you want to do, you can automate that process. Okay. It kind of goes like this. At the end of the day, you're probably trying to make money from real estate, right? That's as simple as that. Like, you wouldn't be an agent, you wouldn't go to classes, you wouldn't do all the stuff if there's no money involved. Like, you're at the end of the day, you're trying to make money from real estate, right? If you want to make money from real estate, you have to ask yourself this: what is your goal? Okay. Is your goal to get more calls? Is it to close more leads? Is it to buy more homes? Is it to sell more homes? Like, what is your goal? Because at the end of the day, like, most people just want to make money, but they don't necessarily have a goal. And so whether you're trying to automate the process of getting more calls, like say you just want anytime your phone to ring, it's like somebody being like, okay, I want to buy a house. You want the people to come to you, kind of like the lead generation, or like I said, or just in general alone, you want to close more leads. If you want to close more leads, it's like you want more people to be like, okay, come look at my house. You want more people to be like, oh, I'm interested in selling my house. I'm interested in buying a house. It's one of those things where you can just close more leads because you know what the people want, you know the behaviors, you know what it is that they need, and you can go and satisfy that need. So like I said, when it comes to buying homes or selling homes, you simply have to ask yourself, like, what is your goal? Okay. And then the second thing you have to ask yourself is, how fast are you trying to achieve that goal? Because at the end of the day, like I said, you can get more calls within a day or two. Like, you can set up an automation to where it's like it automatically sends, I'm about to show you how you can set up the automations, but it's one of those things where how fast are you trying to achieve that goal? Because most people want to make money, but they don't know how they're going to make that money, and they don't know how fast they want to make that money. It's one of those things where you have to have a plan, and this is kind of how you set your plan up. So like I said, before you even get started, ask yourself those two questions, right? So when you ask yourself those two questions, you're like, okay, I asked myself these two questions. You have to make a decision. Kind of like I said, whether you're using it to close more leads, whether you're using it to sell more hosts, you have to make a decision. You have to pick one. So like, say lead generation is selling houses. I'm going to go over the lead generation, and I'm also going to go into the selling houses. And I'm going to break down each one, a little more. And this is pretty much the process of how you can automate it. Okay. We'll start off with the lead generation. When it comes to the lead generation, say your goal is you want to generate 10 new leads a week, right? You want 10 people to come to you and be like, hey, I'm interested in buying a house. I'm interested in selling a house. You want people to be like, I need a realtor. You want people to come to you and be like, oh, I want you to represent me. I want you to make money off of my sale. I want you to be the one to take care of the business. Okay. So say you want to generate 10 new leads a week, right? The one thing that you have to ask yourself again is, how can you automate this process and sell more homes? So it's one of those things where the leads that you get, obviously you're trying to make money with. And so you're asking yourself, like, okay, like, how can I generate those leads? And then how can I automate that process? 3 ways you could generate leads are this. Number one is you scrape real estate websites, right? There are scrapers out there one of them is called Bardeen. And pretty much what Bardeen is it pretty much lets you, Bardeen lets you scrape websites where, say there's a website that has like a list of certain stuff. So like, say it's like stock, or it's talking about medicine, news, whatever, politics. You can have the AI algorithm or the AI scrape everything that's on that platform, that website, and literally turn it into whatever you want. You can put it into a PDF. So you you go to LinkedIn. You can scrape LinkedIn and get a bunch of people's emails. You can go to Facebook and get a bunch of people's you can have a Facebook account that goes and follows a bunch of people that just buy houses, or the people that look like they want to sell their house, people that are in the market, people that subscribe to Zillow, people that are subscribed to Airbnb and stuff like that, people who are in the market that are potentially going to be there. Okay, you can use it to scrape the websites, and this generates you leads, because kind of like I said, if there are websites that have email addresses, like say like even Instagram, you can scrape Instagram and go after people that, like I said, are interested in buying. So if there's, like I said, Zillow has an Instagram, you can make it Bardeen go and follow all of the people that Zillow following. Meaning, if somebody's following Zillow, either they probably want to buy a house, they're probably selling a house, they're probably doing something related to real estate. And you literally can have your AI Bardeen literally go and just follow all the people that you want. You can use a hashtag, follow the people, but it's called scraping, and you can scrape real estate websites. Okay. The next one is you can buy your leads. It's as simple as that. At the end of the day, sometimes people get lazy. Sometimes people don't want to waste the time. People don't want to, they just want to buy the leads. You can go and get 100 potential people that are just about to buy a house. You can get 100 people that want to sell their house. You can get it, you can just buy it outright. Whether it's $5, $10, $20, $100, you can just simply buy the lead. Okay. The other one is to run ads and promotions on your agency. You can use TikTok and Instagram. It's one of those things where if you're a real estate agent, you can make videos about real estate. You can use and you could promote, your skills and your showcase on TikTok, on Instagram. It's one of those things where at the end of the day, people are going to be like, oh, okay, I see that you sell this. I see that you're an agent. I see that you're in my town. I see that you're in my city. Oh, okay, like I'm going to call you, because it's one of those things where people are always looking for somebody to, people are always selling the house, and somebody's always looking to buy a house. So it's one of those things where you're always going to find somebody that's like, in your niche, in your area. And like I said, sometimes you might even get paid to teach people how to sell houses. You might even get paid to teach people how to, how to buy houses, sell houses, flip houses, stuff like that. But those 3 ways that you could generate leads. Meaning, if you scrape a website, you like LinkedIn and stuff, you can get email addresses, you can send DMs on Instagram and stuff like that. You can buy your leads to where it's like they're literally just coming straight to you, or you can run ads to where people come to you, So it's kind of like, these are the 3 ways you can, right? Once you do this is kind of one of the most important parts. You pretty much have to feed that data into a website or chatbot. It's one of those things where, okay, now you have all of this emails, you have all of these leads, you have all of this, potential buyers. You have to put it into a chatbot or a website. You have to have, it's a create a chatbot that sends promotions to the prospect, emails, DMs, texts. It's one of those things where that chatbot is gonna be the one to interact with the people. So say you have Jenny who wants to buy a house, right? Like say you go in and it's like Jenny at I-wanna-buy-a-house.com, right? You put that information into a chatbot to where the chatbot goes and sends her a DM. When she replies, the chatbot will literally talk to her. So it'd be like, hey Jenny, I see that you're in the market to buy a house. And then Jenny would be like, yeah, I am. And then it'd be like, oh, check out the chatbot. The chatbot will literally be able to sell the house. That's kind of the main point of the chatbot. Meaning you have people's emails, you start sending the chatbot that you build to the email. So you're pretty much like, okay, you want to buy a house? Look at all these houses that we have already listed. And if you want to also list your house, you can. Or you want to sell a house? Look at all these houses that people are buying. If you want to sell yours, go ahead. It's one of those things where you literally can have a chatbot that's selling houses, buying houses, and then people send it to the people the leads that you got. So say there's an Instagram person who wants to buy, a house or wants to sell. You show them the chatbot, and then you tell them to, okay, you can add your house to the chatbot. And then the more people that add, the more bigger the chatbot's getting. You know what I mean? And it's like you can send emails, you can send DMs, you can even send text messages to, help people see the houses that are on the market or the houses that are being sold or whatever it is that you want to do, So after you do this, the reason why this is so important is because the chatbot is gonna yeah. So the chatbot is gonna generate potential buyers or sellers. It's one of those where at the end of the day, you want someone to buy the house, you want someone to sell the house, right? So this is going to generate a bunch of people that are potential buyers and sellers. So at the end of the day, you will have clients who are ready to buy or people who are nowhere near. Meaning, if they are cold, you warm them up over time. Like I said, if somebody just wants to come and see how much you're charging for other houses, somebody wants to just come and look, that's totally fine. You have the email because that's what they needed to access your chatbot. You have the email already because you probably bought it or scraped it or whatever. And then now they're actually looking through your chatbot, and then you have one active user. And it's one of those things where they might not sell the house today, they might not sell the house tomorrow, but they might sell in a year. So they might not buy today, they might not buy a house tomorrow, but they might buy a house in a year. And so they at least know about you, then you're more likely to they're cold, but they can eventually get warmed up. The other one is if they're warm, close the deal. If the person says, oh, I have a house that needs to be sold, I have a house that I want to buy, it's like at the end of the day, you're an agent. Like, this is what you do. Close the deal. Just tell them, hey, like, what's your address? Boom, boom. You know what I mean? The rest is history. Like, you just, like, you're an agent. Just go close the deal. It's as simple as that. Like, that. I don't even have to baby you on the last part, Okay. So say that was pretty much for the lead generation, right? And then, so pretty much like, say you want to do it, you want to take the route of, kind of like I was saying earlier, ask yourself, what's your goal, right? That one was, oh, I want to like close more leads. Like, that's how you get the leads. You find the emails. You create a chatbot that can buy and sell houses. You send it to the people's emails, and the people either reply or they don't. So you send a DM, you say, hey, this is my chatbot. They either reply or they don't. And the people that reply, some of them will either buy or some of them either will buy or some of them won't. But like I say, if they won't buy, you help them get warmer, and if they are ready to buy, then you just sell them the product. It's as simple as that. But say you go down the other route. Say they're like, okay, instead of what's my goal? You're pretty much like, okay, I want to sell more homes, right? So since you want to sell more homes, right? Say your goal is you want to sell 2 houses a month. That's your goal, right? Selling is and you're asking yourself, how can I automate this process? These are the 2 ways that you can automate the process. Okay, use AI to scrape potential buyers and sellers. Kind of like I was saying, you can literally like see that people are listing their houses on social media, Airbnb, Zillow, whatever, like people, Redfin, whatever. People are literally listing their houses saying, I want to sell my house. Like it's like that. People are literally like, oh, I want to buy houses, right? But whenever people are saying, okay, I want to sell it, you literally can go to potential websites where people selling their house and scrape their data. It's going to probably give you the address. It's going to give you probably a phone number, the name, whatever. You literally scrape that data, and then now you have an email list of potential sellers. It's like that. Or you could buy hot leads. It's either you go and get it yourself, or you use AI to pretty much do it for you, like to generate the leads. Once the leads come in, or if the leads are not coming in, you just can buy hot leads. It's as simple as that. You do it yourself, or you get somebody to do it for you. It's as simple as that, right? But the reason why that's so nice is because at the end of it all, you will have people who want to sell their house. So kind of like I said, if you go to the potential websites and you scrape the data, and then you have potential people that want to sell their house, you have a list of people that want to sell a house. Or if you buy the leads of somebody who wants to sell a house, you have a list of people that want to sell their house. So now you have people who want to sell their house. Okay. The reason why that's so good for you is because you can feed this data into a chatbot. The chatbot has houses listed with prices, and pretty much it can sell the houses, right? So say you have 10 people that give you like, okay, like I want to sell my house. I'm going to come to you like, okay, you're an agent, like I'm going to use you, right? You take those 10 houses, you put it on your chatbot. You create a chatbot that can sell houses. It tells you the price, it tells you the house, tells you how many bedrooms, blah, 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 blah. You create the chatbot, you feed all the data. And then when it comes to data, we're talking about the data of the person. So like that, like the address, or all the data that you pretty much got, you feed into it. So like this is where it is, this is the zone, this is the zip code, this is how much it is, this is how many bedrooms, this is blah, blah, blah. Like you just feed it the data, right? But the chatbot can eventually start selling the house. It's as simple as that. The chatbot can literally sell the house, right? So the bonus is it can answer any questions about the house or the home buying process, meaning a lot of the mistakes that people make is like when it comes to talking to a real estate agent, you really have to sit there and be like, oh, when's the last time this house was remodeled? When's the oh, how much are the taxes? Like there's all these questions that people ask, and you can sit there and like answer each question, but you can have the chatbot answer each question. That's the whole point of this video, is to automate the process. A lot of agents spend a lot of time just answering people's questions. You can have the chatbot do it for you. So if somebody's like, oh, how much will this house be worth in 10 years? And they give them an estimated value. Oh, what if I'm a veteran? It can give you a little application. Oh, what about this? What about that? Oh, what if I want to set an appointment? What about, I want to, whatever it is that you want to do, you literally can have it answer questions, and the chatbot can literally do all of the work for you. Okay. And so when you create that chatbot, now you have a chatbot full of houses that are ready to be sold, because somebody's like, okay, I choose you. You answered all my questions that I needed, right? And then, and so now I want to sell my house using your chatbot. You put it on the chatbot, people see it, right? Now you have to run ads that pretty much promote the chatbot and website. So you have a website that pretty much lists all the people's houses and stuff. It tells you all the details about it, and then you're pretty much just like renting out, kind of like Zillow. Zillow literally just created a website, put people's houses on there, and then they just run ads. You pretty much just do that. Now you have a chatbot, a website that has a chatbot that answers questions, and you pretty much just run ads. You can have promotions that say we sell your house in 30 days guaranteed. What I mean? It's one of those things where if you tell somebody, hey, I can sell your house 30 days guaranteed using my chatbot, somebody's gonna be like, okay, sell my house in the next 30 days. And then if they see how much the prices are of other houses on the thing, they're gonna want to sell their house because they see that you guys are actually doing good work. Okay. And then the last two steps are pretty much this. You have people that are interested, right? Because if you create a chatbot that's nice selling houses and stuff, and then you run ads so people see the chatbot, you will eventually get people who want to buy the chatbot. I mean, not buy, want to use the chatbot and want to buy the house. So they're gonna be like, oh, I like this house. I want to talk to the person. I want to apply for the first-time home buyer's loan, whatever. You pretty much have potential people. And it comes down to these two things. Are the person cold or is the person hot, right? If the person is cold, warm them up. Meaning, if they don't want to buy a house today, they don't want to buy a house in a week, they might want to buy a house in a year. Warm them up. If the person is warm, it's close the deal. It's one of those things where the person's like, I want to buy a house. What else is there to say? Like, sell them the house. As simple as that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, this process is really that simple. Like, you can screenshot this if you want. I could even share it to you if you like. But at the end of the day, kind of like I said, like, you can simply like automate the real estate process by making it easy for yourself. Like the process is really not that hard. Kind of like I said, like if you're selling a house, all you have to do is pretty much scrape data from potential buyers or buy the leads, and then you pretty much use those leads to have people that actually want to buy and sell, and then you pretty much create a chatbot of those people. So when you have people that want to buy and sell and they give you the information, you put the information into a chatbot, and the chatbot starts selling. When the chatbot starts selling, you have a place where people can buy stuff, which is pretty much your chatbot. You can run ads, and you start putting it in front of people's faces. You read Instagram ads, TikTok ads, you just start running ads. And then, like I said, you can have little promotions that say we sell your house in 30 days guaranteed. Like if I saw that alone, I'd be like, bro, if you sell my house in 30 days, not only will this help you get more people, but at the end of the day, it'd be like that. Once you run ads and stuff, you will have more people who gives you the house. So it's pretty much like you say you have 5 houses, you run ads, and then more people see it. Now you're gonna get another 5 people that are like, hey, I want you to sell my house. Then you put the house on the chatbot. Now you have 10 houses. You run the ads. Now you have another 5 people that come and they're like, hey, I want you to, you know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, like you literally, come on now. But at the end of the day, it's like I said, the process is really that simple. And I was gonna pretty much save this and let you guys access it if you want. But at the end of the day, it's pretty much that simple. If you want to sell, if you want to be able to make money, or if you want to automate the real estate process using a chatbot, that's how you do it. You just create a website, use a chatbot, or you create a chatbot that is the website. The chatbot can sell houses, the chatbot can generate you leads, the chatbot can get you more deals, the chatbot can close more houses. Whatever it is that you want to do, the chatbot can do it. Okay, but you just have to create it. And that's the funnel, the steps that you take to create the chatbot. But at the end of the day, it's as simple as that. Okay. And if you find this video helpful, if you find this video educational, if you like what you see, or if you want me to go into it, if you have questions that you want me to answer, let me know. I will come and answer your questions. I will make more videos on it. If you want me to go in more detail, if you want me to show you how to build a chatbot, I actually have a video on my channel already that teaches you how to build that chatbot. So you can literally watch this video and then go watch the video of how I built the chatbot and get started today. Okay, but it's one of those things where if you find this video helpful, like I said, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.